Hi folks, Dave with DBS Tech Talk, and today we're going to do a quick discussion and answer a question that a viewer asked, and it was from my RHA CL750 review, and that was with the LG G7 be able to push the CL750s. Now CL750 is highly regarded as a hard in-ear to drive. The box clearly says please use an amp, and that's required. The manufacturer says an amp is required, and things like that. I did a review of it, and an amp definitely does benefit the CL750. But is it required to drive? Well, I don't have the G7, but my wife has the G6. I know. Laugh at the color. And I can confirm, I just did a listen to them. I was using Tidal and streaming Enya. And with the CL750 in there, at full volume, you had to max it out. It sounded okay. It wasn't the greatest sound in the world. I mean, they missed out on some of the crispness and the bass that the RHA CL750 has, and some of the extension and dynamics. But yes, you can hear music out of it. Even on my OnePlus 6T, it drives them. You have to use kind of a access port light dongle with a DAC amp to make them sound good. But it does drive even with the standard dongle. So yes, they can be driven from a phone, at least a phone with decent power on them. So I'm assuming the G6 is just as capable as the G7, if not better. So yeah, I think you'd be able to drive it from your phone, but you won't get the dynamic and full capabilities of those headphones without something to enhance it. For example, if you were to use it on a desktop setup, like the Shelly Arcal Pro, that drives it a lot better. Does open it up a little bit, gives it a little more full sound and a more dynamic sound to it. But depending on what you're going to use them for, just bear in mind you have to max it out, and then at max volume, it's just on the verge of being too loud for me. So if you like them a little bit louder, depending on what kind of music you use, these may not be loud enough driven that way. But yeah, it can be done. Also, one thing that you could do is use a lower end amplifier if you wanted. I would recommend something a little bit better than this, but the only portable amp that I have at this time is the FIO Q1, and you could use this, or you can jump up and get the Q2 or Q1 Mark II, or even something better than that to use along with it. But it does work on the G6. I had to test it for you, and it sure does work. So hopefully that answers your question. Wish I could truly test the G7 for you, but I don't have that phone in my arsenal, so to speak. Is it a definite step up from phones or from in-ears that are given with phones? Absolutely. Build quality, sound-wise, everything about it is a lot better than every cheap earphone I've ever gotten from a phone. Even some of the more expensive ones, like the AKG Quad Beats, it beats it hands down. Sound-wise, build-wise, everything. So yes, it's a definite upgrade on that. And then the other question that you asked was about battery life. Does your battery life suffer when using these headphones? I'm not a good person to judge at that, but I do know my experience. and that was on my V series phones. The battery always seemed to go super fast when I was streaming music, especially because I had to have it maxed out or close to max for good volume and good sound. So it could vary via phone. Not 100% sure on that. I do know that when you're putting more things that use on your phone at the same time, it does drain the battery, so drain the battery faster. So probably listening to music and having higher volumes probably would drain your battery for the most part pretty quick. I'm not the person really to answer that though, because I'm the guy that keeps his phone plugged in and charged up quite frequently. So, but anyways, hopefully this answers your question about the RHA CL750s. Yes, they can be driven off of an LG G6, G7, but I recommend adding something in to the mix to boost up so you can get better dynamics and better sound. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.